Hey everybody, Donnie P here. It is week 21 and I am back from Tampa, Florida. All that build up and all that excitement. I had gone to get my stem cell treatments in Tampa at the Lung Institute. It was for 3 days. I got back a couple of days ago and honestly, it was a pretty cool experience. It wasn't painful. It was very thorough. I felt that everybody was quite informative and very professional. And they explained to me that there is no cure for pulmonary fibrosis. And there really isn't, if you think about it. There's nothing that's going to cure it at this point, at least as far as, science knows, I believe, in my belief. But there are different ways that you could mitigate the effects of what the disease does, and that there are quality of life issues. They explained to me what they're shooting for is to try to make my quality of life better. And who wouldn't want their quality of life to be better? So they're not saying they're going to cure the disease, and that's okay. And I went in there with my eyes wide open knowing that. But I did meet a couple of people prior to going that absolutely had incredible quality of life changes for the better. So I said, I have nothing to lose, and I am bringing this to you guys, and I promised you that I'd let you know every step of the way how I'm feeling and how it's working on me. So here's the deal. I did the treatment. I came back home, and today's Wednesday. I came home Saturday evening. Sunday, I went to a party, and I wasn't feeling that good. I felt like I had a cold. I didn't, thank goodness. And I went to the barbecue party. I wasn't breathing fantastic at all. Came home, and I've been going back and forth feeling depressed with this illness. Every day is a fight, and I tell people you got to stay inspired, and you got to get that mind just right. And I'm going to tell you, I fight every day to really stay positive, and helping other people do that makes me feel good. And that's the purpose for this channel. Like, we're all in this together, and if you put the best positive thought process together, it's so much easier to get through life than having a negative thought process. So I'm human, and I felt real negative when I woke up that morning after the barbecue party. And that day I said, I'm not doing anything. I just want to stay in bed. I felt weak. Didn't feel so good. The day after that, I got up, and that would be Tuesday, and I just felt a little bit better. I said, you know what? You got to practice what you preach, Don. You have to put that positive thought together. And I talked myself into getting out there and let me jump in the shower. I did. It took a little longer than normal. I'm learning that it takes longer at this point to do things than it used to because of breathing. But I didn't have the oxygen on for that in the shower, and I got through it. Brushing my teeth, got through it. Getting dressed took a little longer than normal, but I got through it. And I was able to go out when my wife came home, and I went shopping with her, and we barbecued, and I pretty much started feeling better. I just had a decent day, and today I feel fantastic. And I had a really good dream I want to tell you about in a second that put me in such a good mood that I woke up to this morning. But part of what I'm doing is I'm making a journal. And that's what they told me at the Lung Institute. Just write down in a book they gave me every little thing that goes on during your day. For instance, my own walking test, my pulse ox numbers, how long can I walk in a certain amount of time till I feel winded, how were my pulse ox readings, my oxygen level readings during this process, is it getting better, how did I feel when I showered, how long did it take me to get dressed. And I'm going to journal this every single day, and I'm looking for little ways to find, if you do this every day, improvement. Am I gaining improvement? Is it staying the same? Am I going downhill? I hope not. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to be documenting how I feel. They say it could take up to 3 to 6 months before you start to feel the effects from stem cell therapy. But I'm going to bring a weekly video to you guys, letting you know how I feel, any strides that I'm making, and I think it's wonderful. So, I actually, believe it or not, I got dressed today better than I got dressed yesterday. Is it because of stem cells? I doubt it. I think it's because I had a really good positive mindset today. And why did I have that? I'm going to tell you about this dream. So I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh my God, it was so vivid. It was so real. And my wife had gone to work. It was early still. And I'm like, I'm going to lay down, sleep a little longer, and then I'll put it in video. And I'm like, no, you got to have to put this on voice recorder so you don't forget it. And I did. And I dreamt that I was being chased by some crazy man and his crazy dog. And I was trying to get away because they wanted to kill me. And it was just me and my dog. And guys, I don't own a dog. Just letting you know that. But in my dream, I had a dog. And we're trying to get away, and they're chasing us. And I got into this big, crazy Jeep. And it has no roof, and it had no doors. I don't own one of those either. And I get up to where there's a lake. I'm like, oh no, where do we go? Holy cow, oh my goodness. And I'm like, I'm going to drive across the lake to get away. I have no choice. Now, I mean, that's not even possible. And I started to drive into the lake thinking, there's got to be some portions underneath the water that I could stay on that don't drop down from a shelf. I'm not going to get totally submerged. It's not going to conk out. I can do it. And they're coming after me, and I start to drive, and the water's up to my neck. I mean, this is I tend to have vivid dreams. This was so real. And the dog's in the car, and I'm looking at the dog, and we're driving, and all of a sudden, it starts to come back up, the water starts to go down, and I made it across. I'm like, holy cow. I did it. I got away. And then all of a sudden, hey, it's a dream, boom, I left that scene, and I'm next to where I grew up, in my mom's house, in the neighbor's yard. Right next to my mom's driveway. And there's the dog with my dog fighting. I'm in the yard. The guy's trying to get us. And we're going at it. And somehow we beat them off. And the guy grabs his dog and he runs away in retreat. And everything's okay. So I wondered, what's the moral of this dream? I'm playing Freud with myself. And I don't know about you guys, but the first thing that I think of when I say dog, to me, I think of, what is a dog? It's man's best friend. So I look at this dream and I interpret this dream as my wife Renee is my best friend, and we are conquering everything to try to beat this disease. She's my best friend. She's got my back. She's there with me every step of the way. And she went to Tampa, and she's living this with me. There's this horrific battle that we have to win. And look at the odds. I got across that lake. Nobody could drive across a lake. So we succeeded. Things are happening. I'm able to do things that I'm not supposed to be able to do. That most naysayers say, nah, it's not going to work. You can't do it. But a miracle took place. And we got across that lake, and we got that attack dog away from us, and we won. At the end of the day, I did it with my best friend, and I just got up, started my day, and I feel incredible. That's one of the best feelings I ever had. What a dream. That anything's possible if you put your mind to it. It feels so good to be in a good state of mind, a good frame of mind. It feels amazing. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to be journaling everything. If you guys want to hear how I'm doing in my journey of overcoming my lung disease, every Wednesday I'm going to be putting out a video telling you how I'm doing and my journal and how I'm feeling and different experiences that are happening along the way. I would appreciate if you like it, you give it a thumbs up on the video. Any questions that you have or any dialogue, please don't hesitate to write in the comment section down below. I would love it if you could share my videos with your friends on Facebook or any way possible, and tell people to subscribe. I want to get as many followers to see that living a positive life, having a good attitude, can help you overcome curveballs that are thrown at you in life. You really have to have the right frame of reference, and I'm documenting mine. It's my personal journey. Again, as I say, I'm not telling anyone to do anything in particular. You have to make your own choice. It's your journey. But I am saying having the right mindset is crucial. It's so important. So I'm going to leave you with this, as I always do. Remember, I'll see you next week, and live inspired.